Hoka Skyflow, one of the maximized cushion daily training shoes. Let's see how the shoes look like. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ken, one of the Malaysia running YouTuber. Today we're going to talk about this one. My first impression review on this one, Hoka Skyflow, a maximized cushion daily trainer. Before we start, full disclosure, this pair of shoes is purchased by my own money. No one sent it to me or give these shoes for me to make this review video. But I get 18% off discount for this pair of shoes after I use my friend promo code. Let's start with some number of the shoes. If you can see the shoes, it's quite huge. And I'm using size US 11. The shoes weight at 300 grams. For the stack height at the heel here is 39mm and the forefoot here is 34mm. Make the shoes 5mm drop. For the upper, using one piece of create jaguar upper, provide a lot of soft and cushion upper. There's a lot of padding on the back. For the form, using the EVA form itself, provide a lot of softness and responsive. So the shoes quite resilient using the EVA form. For the outsole, it has a lot of thick rubber for maximum gripping during running on the dry or wet weather. And you can see the shoes, actually it has some rocker geometry on the front. It's not that aggressive. There's just a slight amount of rocker geometry of the shoes. Skyflow is a neutral running shoes and well balanced between fast and cushion. So the shoes is well balanced in the middle. For the form itself, for me the shoes fit true to size. If you're having a wide fit, no worries, because this is Hoka. Hoka always come with a wide fit option, that is the E2. For me, this pair have just right amount of room for me, for my feet to go in. And for the arch area here, if you look at this area, there is not much cutting at the arch. So the arch area here is actually, there's plenty of space. If you have a flat foot or medium arch, it might fit you quite nicely over here. For me, it's a medium arch. There's still plenty of room at the arch area. Let's talk about the upper of the shoes. Using one piece of create jaguar upper all the way to the back of the shoes. And the upper over here is very comfortable and really soft to wear. So I did try wearing these shoes sockless and with socks, and it's really comfortable with this upper. For the lace is just right amount length of lace for us to go for the runner knot. Also, it's not that short or not too long. For the padding, for the tongue, there's a lot of padding on the tongue, so it makes the shoes actually is very comfortable once my feet go into the shoes, especially this area. There's a lot of padding on the shoes. For the collar, for the heel collar here, there's a huge chunk of cushion at the back over here, and I didn't face any heel slippage, even though I already bring these shoes out for 20-25 kilometers right now. With this pair of shoes, I didn't encounter any heel slippage on the shoes. And on the back over here, there's a pull tab that I always like for when I wearing a pair of running shoes. Just only I have some hot spot when I was using the pair of shoes. Until now, I still having some hot spot that is around this area. This is quite common for me in most of the shoes because of my feet. The bone actually is rubbing on this side. But after a while, like 50 kilometers, most of my shoes, the hot spot will gone. If you look at the midsole, there's a huge chunk of foam on the front and all the way down to the pair of shoes using a super critical EVA foam. It's not Puma. Puma most probably you will find it on the more higher range or much more expensive and much more faster racing super shoes. For EVA, most probably we found on the daily trainer, and for now we found it at this super trainer, and you can see there's huge amount of EVA foam on the shoe itself. What's different EVA and Puma? EVA is much more resilient and can take much more miles before it's starting to lose its integrity and the bounciness. It's not that super soft or not that super responsive. It falls in between of response and softness. So it's actually is sitting in the middle between both. It's a very well balanced that you can bring the shoes out for a faster run, longer run, and go for more miles in this pair of shoes. For what I can see in this pair of shoes, these shoes can easily last more than 1,000 kilometers. For the form, there's a lot of EVA super critical. Once I put my feet in on the Experince using this pair of shoes, one thing coming into mind, it's very comfortable and very soft. It's not that soft, it's soft, and when I want to pick up some pace, this pair of shoes, the form able to propel me and give me to the next step. Outsole of the shoes, if you can see from the outsole of the shoes, you can see there's a lot of rubber from the front all the way to the back, and the shoes really cover if you're over pronation, under pronation, or even heel strap. There's a lot of rubber for you to land, so the shoes can easily go up to 1,000 kilometers, and you can see the thickness of the rubber actually is quite thick on this pair of running shoes. I did bring out these shoes out for field run, and one of the run is wet after race, after rain, and the shoes, the grip actually there's the grip. Even though the shoes, the road is wet, there's a grip in this pair of running shoes, and there's only some slight amount of exposed EVA foam over this side. Other than that, all the EVA foam actually is much more deeper, already cut inside there, already protected by the rubber itself. So the EVA can last more longer than the rubber. What's my experience on this Hoka Skyflow? For me, the shoes I just bring it out for 3 different runs: 5 km, 10 km, and 10 km. So total, the shoes is just only 25 km. Not that high mileage. The shoes still look very brand new. For me, the shoes give me a very good impression on the response and the cushion itself, and also the grip of the shoes, especially nowadays it's rainy day. Once the shoes go out on the rainy day, will we slip or will we hold for the next step is a very critical. Otherwise, we will fall down at the straight. And these shoes able to provide the grip that I need on the rainy day. During this all 3 run, all my run is a easy run, but one of the run I end up with some strike on it. For the easy run, definitely the shoes perform really well. But on my stride, the shoes able to propel me and able to give me the power that I need for my next step. Because of the form itself, once I bend it, the shoes will just go. 3 of mine is a easy run because it's just after Kuala Lumpur standard China marathon. So it's a very nice shoes for me to use, especially during this time of period when I want to go for some recovery run. And one of the run on the end of the session of run, I'll go with some stride, some of the faster stride run, just around 5 sets using this pair of shoes. And the shoes able to provide me with the power that I need. When I land on it, I'm able to push to the next step. Even though the shoes has a huge chunk of foam on the back, it's like 39mm, and the shoes doesn't feel chunky. It's not feel like going to wobble so much, because of the EVA form, the shoes doesn't feel wobbling when I go for the faster pace, because most of the shoes with a huge chunk of the form, the shoes intend to feel a bit wobble, especially those super shoes that's 39 or 40 millimeter that using the Puma material. The shoes feel a bit chunky and wobbly. For this pair of shoes, it doesn't feel so. It lands and is able to go. So it's magically, even though there's a huge chunk of foam at the shoes itself. One more thing on the upper, beside the hotspot over here that I encounter in most of my running shoes. After a while, the hotspot will be gone. The upper is a bit too thick for me. It's a bit too thick, especially in Malaysia, the tropical country that's either too hot or just rainy day. So for the hot day, I feel a bit warm, a bit run warm, especially at this area. I'm even using the thinner socks and I still feel a bit run warm at this area. So hopefully Hoka able to reduce some of the upper and make a bit much more hole. As you can see, there's seems like no hole over here, so that they can have some hole for ventilation, especially for the tropical country over here. For me, I feel a bit hot over here. And besides that, the next thing is the weight of the shoes. 300 grams for this chunk of huge form and this size of the shoes, it seems doesn't much, but I believe Hoka can easily reduce the weight of this pair of running shoes. Who should buy this pair of shoes? If you're looking for a daily trainer shoes with high mileage and high stack height, this pair of shoes definitely is a go for you. Or you have a wide feet, flat foot, this pair of shoes definitely is one of your choice of running pair of shoes. Who should not get Hoka Skyflow? If you're looking for a shoe that's lower to the ground, soft, responsive, and lightweight, definitely this pair of shoes is not suitable for you. Because for me, Skyflow is fall between the Clifton and Bondi. Between both of the shoes, come out with this Hoka Skyflow. Which shoes that's almost similar with the Hoka Skyflow? There's two shoes that just came out in my mind. The first one is the asics Pioneer 32. asics Pioneer 32 is also similar with the huge cushion response, and it's a neutral daily running shoes that can lock a lot of mileage using this pair of shoes. And the other one more pair that I'm thinking of is the Nike Invisible. That's also similar with this pair of running shoes that you can lock a lot of mileage. Then it's very stable and responsive. These two pair of shoes almost similar to the Hoka Skyflow. In conclusion, Hoka Skyflow definitely is a good pair of daily trainer with a lot of cushion, response, and easily go up to 1000 kilometer. And also the comfortable, the wide fit option, and also the flat, almost flat arch on the shoes. Is a really a good pair of running shoes that you might consider if you want to get a new pair of daily trainer. So that's all on my first impression review on this Hoka Skyflow. See you guys on the next video.